Hello, 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 Tarrant County. My name is Candace Sublett, and I am the Executive Director here at the Tarrant County Democratic Party. We greatly appreciate you joining us today for this week's Monday Moments. We apologize that we missed Monday Moments last week. It was in observance of Dr. Martin Luther King holiday, but as well, many of us were in the house frozen and wanted to relax on that day. Now, today's topics, we will be discussing the need for a primary election and as well the county commissioner's position. So joining us today will be County Commissioner Precinct 3 candidate Laura Lehman, as she will discuss the position and as well her intentions for the position and what all that looks like. Now, we are going to start off with some announcements here at TCDP. All right, so the first thing we have coming up tomorrow is the Professional Troublemakers Collective. They are a group of individuals 40 and under who are making their voices heard in different ways here in Tarrant County. And especially working with the party. Our goal with the Professional Troublemakers Collective is to ensure that the party continues to move forward and progress by including voices, opinions of young people here in Tarrant County to have a seat at the table. So they will be having their first general meeting tomorrow, January 23rd at Finn's Place here in Fort Worth, As well, we have been block walking for the March primary. So please sign up. Let us know about block walks. The times on the flyer are incorrect, but we will be block walking this weekend, January 27th and 28th in Arlington, where House District Coordinator Cheryl Smith actually is leading those block walks. So we look forward to supporting one of the precincts in her area. If countywide candidates will be present, anyone in House District 101 that wants to volunteer and walk with us, please let us know. You can send us an email to info@tarrantdemocrats.org, or you can go to tcdems.org/BCGOTV. So tcdems.org/BCGOTV. I'm getting tongue tied there. As well, everybody is ready to see Congresswoman Jasmine Crockett. On Saturday, February 3rd, we are especially excited about the Mardi Gras Ball. This is a sneaker ball event. Now, what does that mean? That does not mean come in your sweats. A sneaker ball is where everyone will be in nice cocktail dresses, gowns, suits, tuxedos with their favorite pair of sneakers. It is Mardi Gras, so come with some sparklies, some Mardi Gras colors, because there will be a sneaker contest. We will have as well a silent auction. So if you have some items that you want to put into the TCDP silent auction, please let us know. Send us an email to info@tarrantdemocrats.org, letting us know, and Miss Claire Woods will reach out to you. As well, we do have tables available, so there are different levels of sponsorship available. You can go to tcdems.org/MGB, as in boy, 24 to get those table sponsors. And we really look forward to seeing everybody on Saturday, February the 3rd. Don't forget to wear your masks as well. So it is sneakers and masks. Now, candidates in Fort Worth residents, Tarrant County residents, on Thursday, February 8th, we will be co-hosting with the Fort Worth Report for the Democratic Candidate Forum. It is on Thursday, February the 8th at 5:30 p.m. at Texas Wesleyan. We will begin posting that information across the county to make sure you receive that information and you can be a part. For those who are not able to make it at 5:30 in Fort Worth because you have to work or it's not on your side of town, TCDP will be streaming live on YouTube and Facebook. So be ready to share that information out with your friends, tag some people in the comments to make sure they're able to see that. Now, TCDP will be as well hosting our own candidate forum for the 4 contested races here in Tarrant County. That is Thursday, February 15th from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. at the Doc Bookshop. We appreciate the Doc Bookshop for allowing us to host our candidate forum there. We look forward to any and everyone to come out and meet the candidates that are in the contested races, but as well, all candidates have been invited to attend. And then we do not have a flyer just yet, but we are working on getting a flyer for our candidate meet and greet. So you can't attend a candidate forum coming up on the 8th or the 15th, but you want to get some FaceTime with the candidates. Meet us on Friday, February 16th, here at the TCDP headquarters from 6 to 8 p.m. All the candidates have been invited to be present. We will have some light hors d'oeuvres and beverages, and just come through, hang out with the candidates, network a bit, and be sure to get to know them. All right. So again, we will talk about today the need for a primary election and the county commissioner's position. So I did a little research on why we need primary elections. And primary elections is basically for the voters. Based off of values, we vote whatever way we choose to vote, but it really makes it to where the political parties do not decide, the voters decide. It is our responsibility as political parties to ensure that we are getting the word out about all candidates running. And from those pool of candidates, it is the voters' choice to decide on who will be who will represent them in that area. But as well, it brings out more partisan voters. So that's where we get a lot of the extremists. We see a lot of people that are either very far right or very far left. And so we want to be able to make sure that our voters are aware of all candidates and they can make the decisions on their own. I can say here in Texas, one of the focuses is really more so the primaries in the off presidential years, which for us in here in Texas, that would be 2026 and was in previously 2022. That is because we have statewide races, and that's the governor's race. So that is where a lot more of our energy is focused into, but as well, we do what we need to do in the presidential years. Now, candidates will gain massive support from running in the primary. So those who may not make it past the primary can still leverage some of that support and throw it to the candidates that made it past the primary. So there's always opportunities for voters to make sure they decide, but as well as candidates to do what we can, do what they can to help move the party forward and to encourage for people to get out the vote. Now, I am going to introduce Mrs. Laura Lehman, excuse me. She is our special guest here today. She is running for county commissioner in precinct 3. All right, Miss Laura, you going to join us today?
Hello.
Hi. How are you doing today, Laura?
Doing great. Glad I'm inside.
Are you staying dry?
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for joining us today. I know we were supposed to have met last week and talked about this position, but MLK, and then we're gonna have fun. We were gonna be at the parade. Yeah. I was really excited about it, and then the weather came in and definitely slowed down our progress. But we are here this week, so thank you for making time. I know as a candidate, you are very busy. So we will try to wrap this up as soon as we can. If you see at the bottom there, we have some of Laura's contact information. So please go to her website. Please take a look at her socials, donate if you can. It really just comes down to doing what we need to do here in our county. So Miss Laura, can you tell us what the county commissioner's position is and what that office means for those of us voters who do not know?
The county commissioner has a huge role that directly impacts every resident in Tarrant County, every taxpayer. The primary role of commissioner is to manage the county budget. I actually have on my website a section called What's a Commissioner? And I took information straight from the Tarrant County, Texas.gov website. So there's 11 points there. And in short response, the Tarrant County Commissioner helps run the budget that affects the sheriff's office, JPS, our county hospital, as well as roads and bridges and money that that sets the tax rate, money that goes to the schools, and a whole lot of things. So I'm going to read this real quick. The major duties of the court: they set the tax rate and adopt the county budget, appoint county officials and hire personnel, fill elective and appointive vacancies, establish voting precincts, appoint precinct judges, and call county bond elections. They let contracts and authorize payment of all county bills, build and maintain county roads and bridges, provide for hospitals, public welfare, and veterans assistance, build, maintain, and improve county facilities, which is all that I just mentioned. They also manage all of the county facilities, provide for data, services, and archival needs of the county, and appoint an administrator to oversee the operations of those departments reporting to the court.
Okay.
They
So
do a lot.
I can tell. I did not know. Believe me, I did not know. So
Mhm.
if I had an issue with my niece's school, like something at her school, would I try to talk to her county commissioner?
Well, as a parent who's been very involved in our public school and what happens at our school board, if it were me, I would recommend you directly contact your school. You would contact your teachers. You would contact the principals if there's some bigger overarching issue. The county commissioners have nothing to do with legislation, so we don't oversee public education directly. It's really just the tax dollars that then are disseminated to public schools.
Okay. And then what if I'm utilizing JPS for my healthcare needs,
Mhm.
but I think that healthcare should be expanded across the state. So would that be something the county commissioner have influence over?
The county commission, again, just focuses on the funds that go toward the entities that I listed previously, including JPS. If there's anything more that the county, or sorry, that the commissioners do other than that in relation to JPS, then I am still learning about that. So I can't fully
Okay.
give you any other expansion response of that.
Okay. Thank you for that honesty.
Mhm.
All right. And so tell people a little bit about who you are, how long you've been in Tarrant County, and what are your motivations to run?
So I am I live in Colleyville. I have been in the area for nearly 10 years, and I am an very involved parent, and I pay attention closely to elections as how they would directly impact myself, and the issues that are very directly impacting my children. So those of us who are parents and mama bears, we want to know what's going on and pay attention, right? So
Mhm.
that's kind of my quick response. I will also say that as a parent and involved in the community, I'm driven by a desire to make our community stronger. This desire was honed during my 18 years as my older son's primary caregiver, who passed away last year. My son passed away last year. What I learned was that we need community, we need allies who look after everyone, no matter their physical abilities, no matter what their political or religious beliefs are, as everyone is a part of our community. As a parent, I'm driven by a desire to make things better for all children, parents, and families in our community, to ensure they are safe in their homes and at school and have access to quality health care and transportation. To do this, we must invest in our infrastructure for healthcare, transportation, and public safety.
Okay. Well, thank you. I can tell you've been really entrenched in what's going on in your area. Now, tell me why your race is so important to us as Democrats.
So, what a lot of people don't understand about the court as it is now, the commissioner's court, there are 4 precincts and there's 1 county judge. The current position 1 and 2, there's precinct 1 and 2 are currently held by Democrats. The judge and the other two, position 3 and precinct 3 and precinct 4 are Republicans. So one of the reasons that my particular seat is very important is because it's very pivotal to how the commissioners court would vote on something if we were to become the majority as Democrats. So precinct 1 has been held by a Democrat for a long time. I want to say like 26 years.
Yes.
Commissioner Brooks is retiring, and there's 4 great candidates who hopefully will come in as a Democrat again. Then my seat is very pivotal in if I can flip that seat, then like I said, we can basically outvote the judge in some circumstances.
Okay. And so the person that's currently the incumbent in your seat is retiring as well, correct?
Yes, Gary Fickus, he has been in his role for about 18 years, and he's also retiring. So it is an open seat.
Okay. And so can you give people a general, I guess, geographical location of Commissioner Precinct 3 for those of us who may live elsewhere or don't know?
I have a large map that is to my left that I'm looking at, and it covers basically from DFW Airport, Euless area, Euless, Bedford, Hearst, Colleyville, South Lake, North Richland Hills, Keller, and all the way over to all of Hazlitt. There's a small section of Fort Worth, and that would be north east Fort Worth, I guess, and then also a small portion in Saginaw. And I have those also listed on my Facebook page as well as on my website.
Okay. Perfect. Thank you for giving us a general idea, because the north, a lot of people can't do the north, south, east, west. So thank you for giving us those geographical locations. So if you live in those areas, please reach out to Laura. Again, her information is scrolling on the bottom of the screen. Please reach out, even if all you can make is a phone call, letting people that you know that she's running. This is really a pivotal race for us here at the Democratic Party, and we want to do whatever we can to support our commissioners here locally. And the biggest takeaway that I've taken from this race, especially with your precinct, is if Democrats gain the majority, then we will turn Tarrant County blue. That has been the biggest setback that we've had here in this county. So really garnering the support in precinct 3, even just from across the county, even though we may not be able to vote, but we need to at least come out and block walk with you. I know you all have a pretty organized, for a majority of your area, very organized precinct chairs who actually work with each other and coordinate and do all the block walking. But again, if we need to, you need to call us out on it and tell us, hey, I'm block walking on this day and I need you for 2 hours, and we need to be there to support this particular race. But layered on top of this race, you have the Congressional District 24. So I know there's 2 candidates running there. You have the House District 98. And are you House District 93 and 91 as well?
Yes.
Okay. And then maybe 94, 92, depending on the part.
92. Yes.
Oh. And 92. I know, it's so much.
I know. I'm trying to think of the different candidates that I've already met that are running for those races. So definitely 93. 92. I think 94 is. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's just like parts of it, I think, towards the bottom. Okay. Well, we also understand what gerrymandering is, obviously, in this regard, because it's all over the place, lots of coordination. And we really appreciate your time and your understanding and educating us on the county commissioner. So if you want to follow what's going on in the county commissioner's, the actual county commissioner's court, then you can tune in every other Tuesday, first and third. And this month it will be tomorrow, won't it?
I will be there. Yes.
Okay. Okay. Well, exciting. So if you can't get off work to go, you definitely can go to the tarrantcounty.gov website, and then you can find on there how to live stream it. Most times that's what I have in the background. Even though and then it takes you to YouTube and you can listen to it there. So
Mhm.
Laura, do you have anything else you want to say to Tarrant County?
Yes. I am also a precinct chair, or I have been a precinct chair until I became a candidate. So I know what it's like to block walk. I know what it's like to talk to a bunch of people that you've never met before. And I frankly love it. I enjoy meeting anybody and talking to people um, uh, of any persuasion. But I am also, I wanted to mention that I have been doing my research on my Facebook page. I try to post different things that I've been attending to learn about our communities. Like over the weekend, there was a Nepalese community event in Euless, and that was beautiful. And also last Thursday was by Commissioner Simmons,
Mhm.
who she put together a sheriff's forum, which is really important. There's a lot of things happening in our county, and I am doing my best to share as much as I can on my socials. I am also uh, planning to be at all of the commissioners' courts to learn from the grassroots folks that are there as well on a regular basis. There's a lot to learn, and it's really exciting. I'm actually really excited about this role and the thought of being the next commissioner, because I know that there's many things that I can help in lifting up the community as well. So not just sitting at the dais casting votes, but also really helping out in the community is something close to my heart.
Okay. Well, thank you very much for your time. I hope you have a good rest of your Monday and you can stay dry and warm. Hopefully, not too many outside activities today. But you continue to let us know what you need here at the party, and we will try to do what we can to support you. Like I said, I know you have a great crew up in Northeast Tarrant County, so definitely lean on them. But good luck to you. We really look forward to seeing you on the other side of the primaries. You don't have a primary opponent, but really just getting your information out and working forward on the coordinated campaign.
Thank you. Thank you for giving me time to speak. Appreciate it.
Of course. Thank you. All right, so let's talk about the primary election. So we have some primary dates for you. So the last day to register to vote is February the 5th. So if you have not updated your home address, your address information, if you have not, or if you've moved recently, be sure to get that in. As well, if you want to do vote by mail application, you don't want to go out to the election polls, those applications are available. If you need that information, you can send us an email to info@tarrantdemocrats.org, and we can email you the link from the Secretary of State's office. As well, early voting starts February the 20th. So February 19th is President's Day. Soon as President's Day is over, we'll go right into early voting from February the 20th through March 1st. And then your last day to mail in your vote by mail application is February 23rd. So if you know of an older person, someone who may not actually get out of the house, please send them that vote by mail information. For the candidates here in Tarrant County, I highly suggest hosting vote by mail clinics at some of the retirement homes and in those retirement communities. They will be very grateful. That will garner you some support, but as well, that gets us more people voting at the primaries. Now, the reason why the primary, again, we talked about some of the reasons why we have a primary, but the reason why the primary is an even more bigger deal to us here at Tarrant County is because for every voter that goes out and casts their vote, that provides us with more funding to actually get more word out the next election. So the more people we get to vote in 2024, in 2026, we can do more things, which helps us with hiring more election judges, which makes sure that we have more resources for our candidates. And that is an absolutely big deal. A lot of people don't talk about the funding side of it, but it really comes down to a lot of times while we have challenges with getting the funding that we need as Democrats, we're upset by, oh, well, they didn't really get out or the numbers didn't get out. But we have to remind people and encourage people to get out and vote and say, hey, you know what? The statewide elections are coming up in 26. Getting out and getting your voice heard will help us push the needle closer to having a Democratic governor. So again, we're going to run through the different activities and announcements in case you missed it at the beginning. I understand people are, running from lunch or actually about to head back to work from lunch. So I want to go through those again. Tomorrow evening, we have the Professional Troublemakers meeting that starts at 6:30 at Finn's Place. That is for anyone that is 40 and under. As well, we do, I forgot to mention that Young Dems meets tomorrow as well. And so we will post that information on the TCDP webpage, or excuse me, I mean socials, before 3:00 today, because I know Hunter did send me that information directly. That is as well tomorrow at the same time. Then the Blue Crew, we will be block walking in House District 101 this weekend, Saturday and Sunday, under the leadership of House District Coordinator Cheryl Smith. If you want to get information about that, you can go to tcdems.org/BCGOTV. I got it together this time, y'all. And then Saturday, February 3rd, Mardi Gras Ball. We are so excited to see Congresswoman Jasmine Crockett. Let me just tell you. So I'm ready to pull out my sneakers. I'm not a typical sneaker fan. I do not like sneakers at all. So I will probably have these sneakers for the next 5 years. And I definitely have probably 3 more sneaker balls to go to this year alone. So yeah, you'll never see Candace in sneakers outside of this event. The candidate forum at the Fort Worth Report, that is at Texas Wesleyan on Thursday, February the 8th, for Democratic candidates. It is for the contested races. And actually, I forgot to mention that is for US 12, House District 97, and County Commissioner 1. So those are the 3 races that will be discussed in the forum at the Fort Worth Report Candidate Forum. And then as well, the candidate forum that TCDP will be hosting is on Thursday, February 15th from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. at the Doc Bookshop. Again, thank you, Doc Bookshop, for allowing us to host our candidate forum there. And then on Friday, February 16th, here at the TCDP headquarters, we will be having our candidate meet and greet where all candidates will be present. Now, at the candidate forum, on the 2 candidate forums with the Fort Worth Report and TCDP, we will be streaming live on our Facebook and YouTube. So be sure to tune in for that. Again, my name is Candace Sublett. I'm the executive director here at the Tarrant County Democratic Party. I greatly, are we still doing phone banking on Saturday morning? That would be a question that we need to find out from our rules committee. I believe they were setting it up, and I believe it was supposed to be Saturday afternoon. So that is a question I can follow up with and get back with you on, Miss Hillary. And I am not looking at the comments. So, okay, perfect. All right. So if you have any other questions, please do not hesitate giving us a call here at the office at 817-335-8683. As well, you can send us an email, info@tarrantdemocrats.org. Our chair sees every email that comes through there. Which candidates will participate in the TCDP forum? Oh, the candidates that will participate in the TCDP forum are the contested races that for people here locally. So those races are County Commissioner 1, House District 97, Sheriff, and the Constable Precinct 8. So those are the 4 candidates levels that we will have at our TCDP forum on Thursday, February 15th at the Doc Bookshop. So thank you very much. That's our county chair asking. Has the Tarrant County Democratic Party made a public statement on Palestine? No, we have not made a public statement on Palestine. What we have done, the CEC has voted to defer to the Texas Democratic Party's resolution on the conflict between Israel and Palestine. If that is some information that you would like to see, we can definitely get that information out to you. Ernesto, I think it is. So Ernesto, you're more than welcome to send us an email to info@tarrantdemocrats.org, and we can send that information to you. Any other questions? I love this comments part at the bottom. Oh, our chair loves sneakers. Okay, so we're going to see what our chair comes up with. All right, no other questions? All right, well, thank you very much. Tune in next week here on Monday Moments at 12:30 p.m. We will be discussing the county commissioners, the county constables, and what the constables do and how they address our needs here in the community. So if there is a particular constable outside of those who are running contested right now that you would like to hear from, whether it's Constable Sandra Lee or Constable Pete Munoz or Constable McGinty, please let us know and I will reach out and see if they're available for conversation. All right. Well, thank you very much for tuning in, and we will talk to you next Monday at 12:30 p.m. Have a good day.